Welcome to The Casting Dead, a podcast for The Walking Dead on AMC. I'm Matt.
And I'm David.
And today we'll be discussing Season 7, Episode 13, titled Bury Me Here.
Oh boy.
Bury, like B-U-R-Y, not berry, like
That's
raspberry.
True. That's true. Don't raspberry him there.
I was worried. I was practicing my pronunciation of berry.
You know, I actually like this episode enough for me not to say, I would use that title for a cheap pun to say, bury me here after watching this crappy episode. But, I can't entirely call it a crappy one.
Not entirely, no?
Not entirely.
Just Morgan's character, maybe?
Come on, I'm sure you like Morgan's character right now. I'm willing to bet.
You think I like Morgan's character?
I think you like Morgan's character.
I am ready to... If I could be in the Walking Dead universe just for a moment, the first thing I would do... kill Morgan.
Oh, we're gonna Morgan hater.
And I want Morgan...
You're not alone.
I want Morgan to die, David. I want him to die in a way that he knows in his last breath that everything he did was for nothing.
Okay, so we'll I guess we'll save our Morgan hating it's almost mutual, but yeah, I'm a little skeptical, but we'll save that for the end, I guess, because there's so much to say, I'm sure.
I almost want to turn the episode off.
Really?
At the moment when
No.
Yeah, you know what moment I want.
I know what episode. I know what moment. It's the moment that everybody's talking. It's the moment that actually made the episode interesting.
Yeah. Oh man. So overall, you like this episode?
I mean, okay, like, what have we learned? I mean, like, what have we learned?
What did we learn here today?
Nothing. I mean, and what have we learned from last season? They're doing the exact same structure, only the flow was a lot better, and I don't know. That's all it is. This is just a much more, fluent episode than the rest of them. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we learned that one melon can derail a whole organization.
That's for sure. That's one melon. It's
the catalyst to a war that should have happened a long time ago.
For a melon. Is that the tale of two melons, the famous Chinese folklore, no?
The Tale of Two Cities, Charles Dickens?
No, there's a Tale of Two Melons as well. I'm not even kidding, though. This is not even like... I'm not even joking. Okay. Or Tale of the... I don't know. Something involving melons. I swear. I am not... I am not thinking of Charles Dickens, I swear.
If there wasn't a version that Wishbone did, I don't know about it. So I guess we'll get
Wait, he did Tale of Two Cities? I don't remember that episode. Okay, all right. Yeah,
the cities was probably tail for sure.
Oh yeah, because the tail had to be
cities may have been puppies. Who knows?
Or Tales of the Crypt. That'd be have that Wishbone version.
Let's get into this. Let's get into this, David.
We will.
Shortest opening I think we've ever had. Before the opening credits, I timed it out. It's about 30 seconds.
Really? That whole tree climbing and sign killing?
No, the opening.
Am I thinking? Oh, then I just blanked out on the
opening. Yeah. It was just it takes about 5 people to load a single melon into a truck.
Yes, I forgot. That's the reason I was just okay, yeah.
So one of those moments that you're not really sure what's happening. All I could focus on was it's taking 5 people to load one melon.
Yeah.
Into a truck too big for one melon.
Right, but since the truck is too big, you have to make sure you strap it on that way.
Strap it down, yeah. One guy puts a crate in, another guy puts the melon in, another person straps the crate down, and this is all time-lapse photography.
That's right.
So, you got a bit of a fade cross-dissolve, so it's taking them a long time.
Yeah.
Ezekiel comes to approve it, and then... gives the go-ahead to have 2 people close the doors.
I'm pretty sure that's how they do it in the packing plants, for sure. It's a light reflection of what really happens. Even though this happens in the post-apocalypse, it's
a waste of resources.
Oh, totally.
Not very kingly.
They are mourning, though, apparently, but we didn't know that yet.
We didn't. But even in mourning, man, like taking a whole truck for one melon.
Yep.
Put that in the back seat and.
No, man, the Saviors won't appreciate that.
They need a big to-do about everything.
That's right. It's procedure. They have these procedure standards. I've seen a lot less procedures taken less seriously than this, but yeah.
It's a waste of gas.
Totally.
But
they could have taken their horses.
So it's true. We know after watching this whole episode what the significance of this scene was. Because, as it backs up, and once the doors close, you can really see the puddle of blood stained into the floor of the cab.
You saw them the second time around. I only saw it once. Yeah.
Well, I saw it on the first time.
You noticed the blood the first time?
Well, it was just like a puddle. And when the doors close, it gets darker.
Oh, okay. I really just
no more
focused
light
on that
reflecting
melon,
off of
and
it.
I was like, what the hell's this?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sorry.
It was a melon.
It was a melon. Melancholy.
And then we have the opening credits, which
Yeah.
were just as long as what we just watched.
Yeah, they never change, do they?
No. So now we go into Carol. She's having some kind of night terrors, as you'd imagine someone like Carol would. She gets up and with some reluctance walks over to the kingdom. This scene was split up a little bit,
Right.
but basically she walks to the kingdom. And outside of the gates, she sits in a tree and kills Walker with a road sign.
People made not that I didn't think it was a big deal. I guess I'm just used to seeing Carol doing this, but people are like, "Oh, Carol's back. She took down 5 walkers," and we've seen them we've seen them deal with herds before,
Yeah.
without climbing a tree and just poking at them.
Yeah, well, what's she gonna do? She's gonna walk all the way there and let them follow her? She didn't even take down all the walkers. She hit one in the arm and let it wriggle around on the ground.
She was basically ripping a page off the scavengers, and she's like, "We don't bother."
Oh, yeah.
And I think she did too much work for them, though. I think
Carol would not get along with those garbage people.
No, they wouldn't. Oh, I think anybody does. That's why they're garbage people.
Yeah, but she wouldn't put up with it. Like, she puts up with Ezekiel.
She put up with Morgan, Matthew.
Yeah, you know what? She puts up with a lot.
She puts up with Morgan, so...
Anyway, she clears the walkers out from the front, and then she goes in. That's when Benjamin's like, "Oh, we were just about to clear them." She doesn't even pay him no mind. Just walks right in like she owns the place.
I really feel like they've dealt with so much less. I mean, you really can't take care of 5 walkers by yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
not even an issue.
I hate our sensitivity towards the walkers, the effort or anything. It's just taken for granted right now. It's it should be a grueling task to take them out, but they just make it look easy.
Did she learn nothing from Lizzie?
I guess not.
Those walkers are people.
Oh God.
They can come back. At the kingdom, Morgan is teaching Benjamin's little brother the way of the stick, I guess. And a bit later,
It's called Aikido.
Isn't it called a bunch of different things? He called it a stick last time.
No, are you addressing the object or what he's teaching him?
Oh yeah, what's he teaching him?
Aikido.
Oh, okay. And you use a stick for that.
A staff, yes.
Well, Morgan called it a stick.
It's true. Just use a stick to make firewood or to put a marshmallow at the end of it.
Yeah.
Imagine he says you could even use the stick for roasted marshmallows.
You could. He was sharpening his stick at the end of the episode.
Oh,
so
yes, he was.
He's getting ready to roast some big marshmallows.
We got huge marshmallows to fry.
Yeah, that's all I would do. In an apocalypse, just fires and marshmallows.
Oh yeah, you run out of marshmallows though.
Man, I never eat that much. I buy a bag and I eat 2.
I ran out of s'mores. I think that the materials to make s'mores would run out of, and the graham crackers and chocolate especially.
You know what happens when you eat too many marshmallows?
Tell me, you become like Mr. Puff.
You get sick.
Oh, okay. Well, so something like that. I feel it's the equivalent, just a physical attribute.
I was working at a camp a few years ago, and there was one kid who was bothering me all week.
How many marshmallows do you have?
Oh, well, it was the last night, so I was like, you know what? Eat as many marshmallows as you want.
No.
Here's the bag. And I let him go hog wild on those marshmallows. And
Raw?
15, 20 minutes later, heard him throwing up like a beast in the woods.
And you didn't have to clean anything up, thank God, right? Because that could have
It's in
backfired.
the woods. It's in the woods.
Okay, good. Well, you thought of that well. Because if it was like in the bunker or like, where the kids were sleeping or I don't know what.
It satisfied me to no end, though, to know that he hopefully learned a lesson.
You're so conniving. Don't offer me a marshmallow.
Well, not a whole bag. So
that was the plot for actually for The Hangover too. But yeah, go on. Sorry. Yeah, it's true.
Carol asks Morgan about what really happened with the Saviors.
Yeah, she finally felt like she deducted everything. Just Daryl was here and he were here and he were here. Well then. What's going on?
Yeah.
Something went down. And even though I tried to get away from it, I somehow realized there was something going on.
And it came to her in a dream.
That's right.
This scene bothered me a lot. Because Morgan will not confirm if what Daryl said was true. But instead says that she needs to talk to Daryl about that. And
That's
at this
fair
point,
enough.
At this point, just tell her.
No.
She's asking. She's a grown woman. Instead, he volunteers to go with her all the way back to Alexandria so that Daryl can tell her?
Yeah. He's got nothing to do. He was showing a kid how to use a stick, apparently. That's not good enough for him. That's not worth his time.
They're going to make an excursion all the way to Alexandria? Daryl's
it's not
even...
far, Matthew. Apparently not.
Is it worth it? Daryl isn't even at Alexandria.
No, he's not. No, but she could...
He's at the hilltop, and he said as he was leaving, I'm going back to the hilltop.
But I think he wanted to show her...
Show her it was like, here, look and see who isn't here anymore.
Exactly. For those that don't count.
I can't tell you what happened, but just use the power of deduction.
She's used it thus far. She's been great. She knew there was something.
It was just one of the many frustrating Morgan moments.
Yeah, no, he should have just said hilltop. That would have just been easier.
Why couldn't he have just said, I'll take you to... But, like, really, I'll take you to the hilltop. You will walk up to Daryl, and Daryl will say something that'll take 10 seconds to say, but it'll take us a few days to walk there.
Yeah, I suppose. But, he's going to gather his emotions. She'll gather hers. And we saw how it played out at the end. But anyway, we'll get on to that. I don't know. Sorry?
Too many emotions.
Okay, they just want to fill up the dialogue. I mean, this was written by Scott Gimple, as it shows. So
was it written by
Scott
Gimple?
It was.
All right. Carol leaves, though. Blows off Benjamin's request to teach him, I guess. He's not getting enough teaching from Morgan. Now he wants to do what Carol does, kill zombies with a sign.
Yeah. The one-way sign.
The one-way sign, yes. So there is, had Carol stayed, Benjamin might still be with us.
That's right.
But
you're a little short on the recap here.
Well, jumping all over the place.
We're kidding. I know most people are
jumping all over the place. Yeah, if people are just listening to this without watching the show, big surprise.
A big applause too. Thank you. Just wanted to watch. Just want to listen to our show.
Yeah. So outside the walls, we see Richard. He's sleazing around. Walks up past a bunch of shopping carts.
Sleazing around.
I don't know what he's at. Well, he looks like he's up to something.
He's following. Well, he's making sure Carol doesn't see him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just stay out of her line of vision. He'd be good.
That's right.
He does kill that walker on the ground, which alerts Carol to be like, oh, somebody came by here, but doesn't really matter. She doesn't care.
Yes, yeah. I didn't gather that at first. I'm like, she just hit him in the head, and the walker was still alive. And then like, oh,
well, she hit that walker in the shoulder,
right? Or whatever. Yeah, just basically neutralized it. Didn't kill it.
Yeah,
because she didn't want to put the effort into it. And then someone actually, and I was even wondering, she didn't get it in the head. Then she was looking back, and I'm like, what is she thinking? Yeah. But she didn't bother. I feel like she get along with the scavengers.
Yeah, maybe.
I think so. These non-bothering details, I think, like, yeah,
probably. So we get Richard. He walks by the shopping carts, yellow recycling bin, which that on its own is strange.
I didn't even see it there the first time, to be honest. It was barely visible the first time.
Yeah, and a backpack with the name Katie on it. He grabs a shovel and starts digging. I don't understand the importance of Katie.
That's his daughter.
That is his daughter? Or is it just a backpack?
We have to assume it's his daughter. He never said his daughter's name, but like it's a backpack that says Katie on it. Whether it shows innocence or whether it shows it's his whether it relates to his daughter, but
is it physically his daughter's backpack?
Maybe. I mean, he said he died. We find out later how she died, so I guess I could believe it being something that belonged to her.
Did he ever say his daughter's name was Katie?
No.
All right.
If no one asked? I mean, like, we saw the way he told it. Like, no one was in a position to ask. So
yeah. Did you think he was up to something?
Yeah, of course.
Clearly he was. He was sneaking around, but
yeah.
Do you know what he was doing?
What he was doing specifically? No.
Yeah.
I think what puzzles me is what follows. But anyway,
what puzzles
not
me
follows yet. But yeah,
is a yellow recycling bin. Does that exist in places of the world?
It's like Shelbyfield to Springfield, isn't it?
Shelbyville.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's Shelbyville to Springfield, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Yellow hydra.
Yeah, exactly. Yellow lemon tree. I think a lemon tree would be yellow anyway.